What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here with this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, and that little snippet of weirdness was brought to you by what we have on the stomping block today, my Electro-Harmonix Frequency Analyzer ring modulator. If you've never gotten the chance to play a ring modulator, I could understand why. It's probably one of the strangest effects and borders on unusable. But for people like me who love weird, wild, and wacky effects pedals, it's a blast to play through and experiment with. I don't really know how to explain how a ring modulator works. I'll leave like a link to a Wikipedia article or something in the video description below, so you can go check out that for yourself. But what we're interested in is how it's going to sound. And so here's the basic rundown of how it works. It's got 3 knobs and a filter. The knobs are blend, which allow you to blend either dry signal or wet signal into your sound. The fine knob, which I have no real idea of how exactly it works. And the shift knob, which essentially allows you to fine-tune the pitch of the modulation. It's got a little switch on the top right here to engage a high-pass filter. And it actually has 2 outputs, a direct out and an effect out, and I'm going out of the effect out into the front end of my amplifier. So let's see what we can do and what kind of crazy, wild, and maybe even slightly conservative sounds we can dial up with the frequency analyzer. Before we get into dialing in any strange sounds, let's see if we can get some sort of normal sounds dialed up. I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do, but I think I've got something going right here. I've turned on the filter, I think. Early Electro-Harmonix pedals just really don't have a good way of labeling what they do, but it's going to emphasize some low frequencies, which will be kind of cool. It'll fatten up the lead lines. I'm turning the blend knob back significantly. We're talking like 10 o'clock on the dial. The fine knob is around the same position, and I've turned the shift knob to about 3. This is really going to add some beef and a nice strangeness underneath the playing. So here's the dry signal. And now turning on the pedal. You can hear there's a slight dissonance, there's something strange going on underneath it. I'll turn that up a little bit more so you can hear exactly what is going on underneath it. This is full up on the blend. Yeah, you're not going to want to turn this up all the way, so let's turn it back to where we had it, and this is really nice to do some fast legato runs, fast alternate picking runs, really kind of a cool effect. Pretty fun to play with. Now, let's try to get for something strange. Alright, this is where things are going to start to get strange. Now, the me that first heard a ring modulator would, like most of you, turn off this video and walk away. But the me now tells you, stick around. You'll be surprised at how much fun you can have with these crazy sounds. I've got a dirty sound going on the rock reverb right now, and this is what I'm going to be playing. Now, let's turn on the frequency analyzer. Don't say I didn't warn you. our guitar doesn't even sound like a guitar anymore. Kind of sounds like, well, a synthesizer. Well, there it is, guys. That's your look at the Frequency Analyzer. I warned you, it was going to be weird. But, hey, if you're adventurous and you want to check out some new sounds, experiment, or just annoy the neighbors, which I think I may have just done, you can go ahead and spring for one of these. The newer versions are a lot smaller. They run off a 9-volt power supply. That's a couple things I can say about these old Electro-Harmonix pedals. The power supply is annoying to keep track of. They're huge. They're very noisy. But, I mean, with an effect like this, what are you going to worry about noise for? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Stay tuned for next week's. And until next time, happy stomping. Cheers.